Hey class, this is Dan. So I'm here to talk about our Week 6 discussion on the digital divide, and then the Don Tapscott TED Talk, which I found very informative and really interesting to talk about. So first on digital divide, what are your thoughts about this? It talked about students in Newark. They don't have real access to laptops, and that's a real problem. Some have smartphones. They're always searching for Wi-Fi. Is there a digital divide in this country? I would say, and throughout the world, really globally, is there? I would say yes, there certainly is. But what is the impact of that, and what happens if there's a digital divide? Should there be funding to help bridge that gap, and how should that be done? So that's a good discussion. If anyone has anyone ever heard of the universal service fee for local phone access, and should that sort of thing be applied to internet access? Today, phone service is separate from internet or data services. It's regulated differently, and that's all a function of the FCC. But should that come together? And so if you pay a portion of a wireless bill, some small portion should go to a fund to help the less, to service everybody. Is really the theme behind that. So be interested in comments like that. Maybe do a little research on that. Then, as far as the second video, the TED Talk, what's your thoughts? What are the four things that Don is referring to? And at the end, there is the idea that we could all be collaborative and work together using the internet to gather those thoughts and ideas, sort of like in a cloud situation. Is that realistic? Do you think that will happen? Could it happen? Or is it just that there have not been apps developed yet to really take advantage of everyone's input and correlate that and bring it into something very useful? So that would, I could see that being the future. But then how does that relate to the Week 5 discussion, where we have filtered bubbles and we have data collection and some sort of manipulation of what we're seeing on the internet? How does that work? Does that have an impact to gathering information? Do we all of a sudden just get camps of little islands or pockets of thought, and they stay in their little worlds, and we just have a bunch of separated little worlds? Or is there some way of collecting all these different thoughts and ideas and putting them together? And then really with the use of artificial intelligence, does that have an impact, and can that bring things together? Or does that start running wild? And maybe the collective thought is artificially done through algorithms and not really human thought. So what does that mean? Anyway, these some thoughts for our Week 6 discussion. I look forward to interacting with you. Hope you've had a good week, and I will see you online. Thanks.